Hi, I am Dr. Sai Prasad Reddy. Welcome to Software Testing Interview Questions and Multiple Choice Questions session. Now we are going to cover the topic verification and verification techniques. See, these are the interview questions on the topic verification. What do you mean by the verification? What are the different verification techniques? Who are responsible for verification process? At what stage in software development lifecycle verification process is implemented? And what are the advantages of verification? These are all the interview questions. In each and every interview, definitely they will ask the questions on the topic verification and validation also. The validation topic we will discuss in the next session. Now we are going to cover verification topic. So these are all the probable interview questions on the topic verification. Right? Now first we will discuss each and every question with the content. Now see. What do you mean of the verification? Verification is nothing but a systematic approach to evaluate whether the software project or the software product fulfills the client requirements and conditions which are imposed on them. This is called verification. I repeat. Verification is a process which is used to evaluate or to verify whether the software project is meeting or fulfilling the client requirements and the client conditions or not. Is called as verification. This is the standard definition. Shortly, verification can be defined as, are we doing the job right? This is a short definition. But in interview, many people will do the same mistake. They will give the definition simply, are we doing the job right? So this answer is not sufficient in interview. 99% of the people are giving the verification definition as, are we doing the right job? Are we doing the job right? That's all. This is a wrong concept in interview. You have to explain a full and dedicated definition. So if they ask, what is the verification or what do you mean by the verification, then you have to tell like this. It is in a systematic approach or it is a systematic mechanism which is used to evaluate the software project whether it fulfills the client requirements or client conditions or not. This is the original standard definition for verification. So this verification is also called as a static testing. What are the different techniques of verification process? So verification process techniques are walkthroughs, inspections, and reviews. These three are verification process techniques: reviews, inspections, and walkthroughs. Right? Now, see. So, this verification process will be implemented throughout the software development lifecycle. That means, in the software development lifecycle, you will have many stages like requirements stage, analysis stage, design stage, coding stage, unit testing, integration testing, system testing, user acceptance testing. Like this, there will be so many stages in the software development lifecycle. At each and every stage in the software development lifecycle, this verification process will be implemented. The verification process will be done, or the verification process is implemented at each and every stage in the software development lifecycle process. So what are the examples for the verification? See, during the verification process, see, requirements review. So that means, see, according to the definition, the verification is done to evaluate whether the software project and associated software project documents are fulfilling according to the client requirements or not, according to the client conditions or not. That means reviewing of requirements, reviewing of the designs, code inspections, code walkthroughs, all the testing documents, each and everything has to be verified. Now, if at all, if we performing reviews on the requirements, then who will involve? Development team will involve, testing team will involve, users will involve, and managers will involve in requirement reviews. In design reviews, developers will involve, test engineers will involve. Code walkthroughs and code inspections will be performed by the software development team. Testing documents, verification on testing documents will be performed by the software testing team. Like this, at each and every stage in the software development lifecycle, verification process will be implemented. Respective team members will involve at each and every stage in the software development lifecycle for the verification process. Next, what are the advantages of verification? So as this is done systematically, then the main goal of this verification activity is to find the defects. The verification process is nothing but to find the defects. Now, during the verification, not only this verification helps in identifying the defects, but also it will identify the defects location also. That is one of the major advantages of verification. See, during the verification process, the respective team will identify the defects, identify the presence of defects. Now, not only presence of defects, but also the verification process will help us to find their location also, defects location. And last one is, this verification process avoids defect multiplication. What it means? See, what is the early stage of the software development life cycle? Or which stage or which phase is the early stage of the software development life cycle? That is requirements gathering or the requirement stage. Once we perform the verification activities in the requirement stage, or once we perform the verification activities like inspections and reviews on the requirements document thoroughly, then we will find the defects in that particular document, requirements document. If we find the defects which are present in the requirements document, now there will be no carrying forward of the defects to the next stages in the software development lifecycle. If we find the defects in the requirements stage itself, we can avoid carry forwarding of the defects for the next stages in the software development lifecycle. Like this, we can avoid defect multiplication, right? These are the advantages of verification. Now, see, these are the multiple choice questions. Few multiple choice questions I have mentioned here for the verification process. These type of questions will be asked in the technical screening test or any other competitive exams. As we know, many companies, they are conducting technical screening test even up to 3 years of experience, 0 to 3 years of experience. So in those technical screening tests, you will find these type of questions only. So now, verification activities during the design stages are, so as we know, the verification activities will be performed at each and every stage in the software development lifecycle. Now, here, in the design phase, the verification activities during the design stages are, that means what verification activities or what verification techniques that can be implemented during the design stage? That is a question. Reviewing and inspecting, inspecting and testing, reviewing and testing, reviewing, inspecting and testing. So as we know, the verification techniques are reviews, inspections and walkthroughs. So obviously, answer is A. The next question. What is the verification process in software development? There are 5 options here. The probability that undesirable things will happen, such as a loss of human life cycle or human life or large financial losses. The process of monitoring the software to ensure full compliance with established standards and procedures. The process of trying to discover every conceivable fault or weakness in a work product. The process of evaluating a system or a component to determine whether or not the products of a given development phase satisfy the conditions imposed at the start of that phase. The process of evaluating a system or a component during or at the end of the sales process to determine whether or not it is satisfied the specified requirements. These are the 5 options. If you see carefully, if you read each and every statement carefully, if you analyze and if you understand each and every 5 statements carefully, then you will get the answer very easily. That is nothing but option B. Right? Next. Which one of the following describes the major benefit of the verification early in the life cycle? It allows the identification of changes in the user requirements. It facilitates a timely setup of the test environment. It reduces defect multiplication. It allows testers to become involved early in the project. So we have discussed about this point already. So early life cycle is requirements gathering only, that is a requirements document. So if we perform the verification techniques on this requirements document, then we can avoid defect multiplication or it can be reduced defect multiplication. Option C is correct one. Next. Which is a true prevention mechanism? Verifying that the executable contains a defect, detecting that the executable contains a defect, validating that the specified requirements are right, complete, achievable, reasonable, and testable. Verifying that the specified requirements are right, complete, achievable, reasonable, and testable. Right? So, validating, verifying, detecting. These are all the 4 options that you have given. Which one is correct one? So, validation is a different technique. Right? So here option D is correct one. Verifying that the specified requirements are right, complete, achievable, reasonable, and testable. Why not option C? Because option C is representing the validation, not verification. That is why option D is correct one. Right? Yeah. Yeah. Please subscribe my channel. Share my videos to all the students who are searching for the job in the IT industry. Like my videos and please don't hesitate to raise your comments in the comment box. Thank you very much.